Today I'm here with Edorra from Youngstown, Ohio. We're not in Youngstown, we're at the Foundry in Cleveland, and I almost forgot, I will admit. So we're going to go down the line, starting over here, and everybody's going to introduce themselves, what they do in the band.
My name is Tyler, I play bass.
Billy, I play drums.
Sean, I play vocals.
And I'm Jordan, and I play guitar. And we're also Edorra. That's how you pronounce
Edorra?
it.
Yeah.
It's Edorra.
That's Edorra. All right.
It's confusing.
I heard I
It's
correct
very
right now.
confusing.
All right, yeah. And you guys are about to release your first full-length album called Dead City.
Yes.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? About how it came together, what inspired you to put it together?
It's taken a long time. I mean, we went through like a lot of member changes and stuff, and then we did Gone like over a year ago, and that was like new for us, and that did really well. So we're like, okay, we should do more stuff like this, and it just basically went from there. I mean, just like trying a lot of stuff and like having new people and like different things, and like finding out what we all like to play together. And I mean, that's basically like sound-wise what happened. It wasn't even supposed to be an album. That was kind of an accident. What happened is we recorded, and it took a really long time for us to get our stuff back. And then we already started writing for another album, and the studio we went to was like, okay, well, you can have free songs because it's taking so long. So we're like, okay, well, we'll just add some songs. So it was originally supposed to be an EP. So 2 of the songs sound a little bit different than the other ones, but they're still really good. They're actually probably some of the best ones on there. But yeah.
Playing them.
Yes, we've never played them before. Literally today.
And it's
We practiced them for the first time at noon today.
today we just started.
We got here
Noon
at
30,
4:30.
because I had to go pick up Tyler.
We had a 2-hour car drive, so
I think it worked out overall because, I mean, after sitting on this music for a long time, it actually gave us time to progress and make changes that we thought we needed, and
And now
make it actually a lot better than what it was before.
the album definitely has more of everything now. Because now there's
Yeah.
some old Conqueror style from our last what we were, where there's some beat down and stuff like that. And then now that we've kind of evolved into something else, being Edorra, now there's more progressive stuff. So it's definitely, we got some old stuff and we got some new stuff of what we want to be. And you can tell the progression that the next album is going to be, just because those 2 songs were made for the next album. So now whenever we write, it's going to be more so what you're going to hear on the album in the later parts of it.
We've always tried to stick with the whole Youngstown filth thing. It's it was kind of our, I guess, motto or something like that.
Yeah.
When we were Conquer, we just decided to stick with it, and that's actually kind of why we named the album Dead City, because it's referred to Youngstown.
And Edorra, for a lot of people that don't know, Edorra Park in Youngstown was basically just the best thing that Youngstown had. It was a really cool amusement park that burnt down. So that's pretty much the essence of what we are in Youngstown. We had a really nice thing that just kind of went up in flames, and I guess we're just riding the tail of that. And that's why we're Edorra, because it's when your dreams crash and burn. I guess something's got to rise up.
Yeah, I guess. How does Youngstown influence what you do? What is it about that city that influences your sound and your decision making, things like that?
it's pretty run down, like what he said. It used to be nice, and I mean it was a steel city, and then it just in the 50s, 60s kind of plummeted. So there's a lot of abandoned factories, abandoned houses. I mean at one point Youngstown, I don't know if they still are, but they used to be #1 in arson and 6th in rape, and there's a lot of, they probably are. It's I mean where we're from, it's not as bad suburb wise, but when you, I mean we're 5 minutes away, and you drive down the street and it's I won't go down the side streets on the south side at night.
Yeah.
I would never get out of my car.
No. And it's crazy how close it is too.
Yeah, I mean it's just so much bad stuff happens there where it's just not depressing, but it's just it never stops. It just never stops.
It's the perfect mix of metal.
And I think it's also really it's not so much we get from the city itself that inspires, but I think it's more of like us trying to get out of that, you know?
Yeah, because Youngstown's one of those cities where it's cheap and no one wants to stay there, but then they get stuck and no one ever leaves, and then everyone complains about being stuck. So it's not somewhere that a lot of people want to be, but they just end up, and it's like getting out of there is like hard and kind of what everyone wants.
Yeah. So you're saying you're going to be a pop punk band next?
Get out of my hometown. We actually have way too many pizza places in Youngstown, I'm not gonna lie. So we could do that.
There's a lot of songs on the album that have some reference to like the whole Dead City thing, and it's just like basically us writing about what it's like to grow up in an area like that, where there's not a whole lot of things to do as far as like careers and stuff like that go anymore, and a lot of it just kind of, you either move out and do something good or you get stuck there. So the whole album itself has some gritty feeling to it, and it's kind of like how we feel living there. There's a song Filth on the album, and it's basically just all about what Youngstown is and just how we're not the people that want to be stuck there.
Yeah.
Get out, do something else.
Tonight you guys are playing with, I believe it's Traitors and 10 Seconds Left of Life. Is that
Last 10 Seconds of Life.
Last 10 Seconds of Life? Sorry, but that's a long name.
It is long.
Why did you guys decide to play tonight?
Well, our album comes out Friday, so it's like, this is basically the perfect, like, music genre, like, show for us to play. Like this, we sit right, I mean, it's like, we have those beatdown elements, we also have, like, a little bit of faster stuff. This tour package has a lot of that, and I mean, we played with Traitors
Quite a few times.
Yeah, this is probably like the 5th time that we've played with them, and
Every time's a good turnout.
yeah,
It gets
I mean,
better, so.
It's
This
just
is
like
our pocket.
yeah, it's like our environment. Like every time we play
Definitely
with them,
stands out from like the hardcore shows we play and stuff. and all
Yeah,
the
we
smaller ones.
have a lot of hardcore elements in our music, but for some reason we don't get a good response from hardcore
We have
scenes.
tracks.
Yeah, we have a lot of like leads and effects, and that turns a lot of like hardcore fans off because they're very like raw and things like that. So this is like the perfect place because these bands on the tour have that element too, but they also have the same thing where it's kind of like, not like polished, but you know, it's more like produced, I guess, and we sit like right there.
As far as production goes, I mean, we record with the same recording company Kirkbride that Traitors does.
Yeah.
So as far as like the music sound goes and like what we are compared to the bands on the tour package, we're literally the exact same sound as them. We get the same sound from the same studio.
Yeah.
So if you listen to Traitors and you listen to us, it's almost like we should be on the package, I guess.
We almost were. But
So,
In a non-cocky way. I didn't mean.
well, yeah.
I just feel like it's almost like we would fit.
Yeah.
what are you most excited for about tonight?
playing new
It's
stuff.
it's our first show as
in a while.
Yeah.
It's our
We
first show in
have-
a while, and our first show is
With
Edorra.
all our new
So
stuff, like we're playing all new music tonight. I mean, it's definitely exciting because it's like a fresh restart almost for us.
These two songs that we're playing that we haven't played are definitely my two favorite, and it's nice to finally play them because we've been sitting on them for months. I mean, like probably since the beginning of March or April. So it's nice to be able to like finally play them and see what people think, and you know, like just basically everything. I mean, like we're coming out with an album. We have new merch, we have new music, and it's like it's exciting to see like how people react to that. Because we've been doing the same things for so long, and this is the first time in 2 years that we've been like, this is everything. Like everything is new. So like this is it. This is what we are now.
Yeah.
So,
All right, guys. So, where all can we find you as far as on the internet?
Edorra, we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Big Cartel, Bandcamp. I think the album's on iTunes, Spotify, basically anything.
Edorra.
Yeah. So we're
That's how you find it.
We're
Pretty
on
much on
Edorra, Idorra.
We're everywhere.
we're basically on everything. So I don't think if you type that in, anything else will come up.
Yeah,
so you
nothing
should be
else.
fine.
So.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for your time. It's gonna be a good night. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yo, this is our first fucking show tonight as we go up. This is a new fucking era. Let's start this shit fucking going. I want movement. If you're moving your fucking head, if you're coming up here, I want to see some faces. Let's make this fucking special.
I'm a nut.
Yeah.
I-
What kind of nut would you be?
Probably pistachio.
A pistachio? That's fair.
peanut.
Roasted peanut.
Definitely roasted almond. Roasted almond. It's the expensive one.